Yes.
So when the packets reach the router,
Mm-hmm.
it's eliminate the destination MAC address and forward it to the source IP address. Sorry, destination IP
No, no,
address.
no. No, no, no. I will explain you each and everything. Don't worry. Just right now, just understand that in destination MAC address, your PC MAC address will not come because it is not going directly to your PC. It
Okay.
is going to
Can
my
you zoom
router.
little bit the packet? Can you zoom that packet a little bit? I can take a like a screenshot.
See, see here, see
Ah,
here.
thanks.
This is the packet.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
so the destination MAC address, my router MAC address will come because my computer is not going directly to your computer. In LAN, my computer was going directly to your computer, right?
Yeah.
But here my computer will go, my the frame will go to packet will go to router, then from my router to your router, then from your router to your PC. So what
Yeah.
my computer will do, my computer will give the MAC address of my router.
Okay.
Now the packet is ready.
Mhm.
Now what happened? The computer sends this packet to switch and switch sends this packet to router.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
So
as soon as router receives the packet, router will.
one second. So when the packets goes to switch, it check the IP address, isn't it?
No, switch check the MAC address. Switch
Sorry,
work
yeah,
on MAC
switch
address.
check the MAC address.
Yeah, it will.
Then that's the reason it's forwarded to the router.
Yes,
Okay,
because switch maintains the MAC table, right?
MAC level, yeah,
It will showing that on port number 2, on port number 1, RR is connected.
yeah. Mm.
This is the port number 1.
Oh,
And on
okay,
port
got it.
number 2, AA is connected like this. So
Yeah,
when this packet arrive at switch will read the destination MAC address, RR.
yeah. All right.
And switch will take, okay, RR is on port number 1, and switch will send it to port number 1 like here.
Yeah, got
Now
it.
you got it.
Yeah.
So when router receives the packet, it will read the destination IP address.
Mm.
Router will only ask where you want to go, and the packet will say that, okay, I want to go to 192.168.1 network. So router will tell that, okay, I maintain routing table. If I am reachable to that network, then only I can forward you to that network. Otherwise, I will discard you right away. Okay.
Mm.
So now what router will do? Router will check the routing table. So by default, there is no route of 192, right?
Mm.
This is not a route. This is the route which I have inserted. So if we're talking by default, if we don't give any route, then by default, there is only 10 and 172 network routes are there, right?
Yeah.
So router will route the packet only if router is having route to reach the network. All right.
All right.
Now, so there are two ways of giving routes in router routing table: statically by administrator and dynamically by dynamic routing protocol. Statically means I will, as a
Manually
network
entered.
engineer, as a network engineer, I will read the topology, and using my mind, I will tell that router that, hey India router, I know that you are not reachable to 192 network, but you are reachable to here, right?
Yeah.
India router can reach till here.
Oh, yeah.
So I will tell my India router that, hey India router, do one thing. Whenever any packet arrives to you and tell that he wants to go to 192 network, then do one thing. Your next stop will be this. Just send the packet here, and the remaining thing will take care by the US router.
Mm.
Similarly, I will tell the US router that, hey US router, I know that you can reach 192 network. I know that you can reach 172 network, but you are not able to reach 10 network, right? Because by
Yeah.
default 192 and 172 networks are there. So, so if you want to reach 10 network, then do one thing. Your next stop will be this IP, this IP address. Send it here. Remaining thing will take care by the India router. Okay. So
Okay.
this is how the static route I have given. So as soon as I give the static route in practical, I will show you how to give static route. Okay. So as soon as I give the static route, the S entry will come as it stands for static. That to reach 192 network,
Yeah.
mask is 24 via 172.16.0.2, which is this.
Okay.
Similarly, in US router, an entry will come static. To reach 10 network, go via this. This is called the next hop, 172.16.0.1.
Okay.
Okay.
What's in the bracket 1-0? Is that the Ethernet uh, port? No, that's the serial port, is it?
It's a serial port.
Serial port. Okay.
Okay. So now what happened? This packet comes to my router and tell that, hey, I want to go to this network. So what my India router will do? My India router will tell that packet that, hey packet, I will check my routing table, and if I have a route to reach that network, then only I will write a drop to you. Otherwise, I will discard you. All right. So what
Yeah.
my India router will do? My India router will go to the routing table and check whether he is reachable to 192 network or not. So yeah, he is reachable. There is an static entry, right?
Yeah.
So now my router came to know that he can reach 192 network, right? He can reach 192 network, right?
Yeah.
So now my router will modify the packet. Now router will modify the packet. How router will modify the packet? See here, like this. So there are two conditions. If you are using serial link, then no MAC address will use. Router will remove the MAC address because MAC address is used in Ethernet technology, not in a serial technology.
Serial technology. Okay.
But what about nowadays? Because nowadays we are not using serial technology. Nowadays we are using Ethernet technology, right?
Yeah.
So what happens nowadays if this packet arrives to router and router knows that he is reachable to this network. So nowadays router will modify and add the MAC address. If this is Ethernet,
So router will add the MAC address of
MAC address of its India router RR
uh
and your router MAC address SS.
SS. Okay.
This is called source MAC and this is called destination MAC. So nowadays we are using Ethernet technology. So what happened nowadays? When my router receives the frame and knows that it is reachable to this network, so my router
Yeah.
will modify the frame in which it will not touch the IP. It will only change the MAC address. Got it?
Sorry. I can you explain again?
Sure. When this packet comes to
Yeah.
my router and my router
Yeah.
knows that okay, I am reachable to 192 network, so my
Yeah.
router will modify the packet
Packet.
in
Yeah.
which in which it will not touch the IP address information. It will only change the source MAC and destination MAC.
Okay.
All right, it will only change this. In source MAC address, my router MAC address will come, and in destination MAC address, your router MAC address will come.
Okay.
If
So
we
one
are
thing.
using Ethernet technology, yes,
Because we are using the Ethernet technology.
yes,
Okay. Because before
because
that,
we are using, yeah. If you are using serial technology, then there is no MAC address. Only this frame will go.
Frame will go. Okay.
Okay. No MAC
Uh,
address is using serial technology.
got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Now, so now what happens? This packet will go to your router here, and your US router will receive the packet, and it will ask where you want to go. Router will only concern about this, where you want to go, IP address. So the packet will say that okay, I want to go to 192 network. So this router will check whether I have a 192 network route or not. Yes, I have a route, right? In fact, it is directly connected to my router. Okay.
Mm, yeah.
So means your router came to know that your router receive a packet which want to go to 192 network, and when your router check your routing table, so it is said that yeah, in fact it is directly connected. So definitely I can forward you to that network, right?
Yeah.
So once your router comes to know that okay, it can forward the packet to a particular network, so again the frame will modify. Again the packet will modify from here, and again in source MAC address your router MAC address will come, and in destination MAC address your PC MAC address will come.
Okay.
So at every hop the information is changed about MAC address. See here, now everything is same except the source MAC and destination MAC. In source MAC your router MAC address is coming, in destination MAC your PC MAC address is coming, and this is how your PC receives a packet from one destination to another in man and when. Got it?
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Now I will explain you what is router. So router is, see, this is very in depth I am teaching you. Okay, I can cover the topic router like this. Okay, router is a layer 3 device, it works on IP address. That's it. But I show you each and everything in a very proper manner as I promise you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, so let's discuss what is router. So first of all, router is an intelligent device, right? Like switch is an intelligent device. So router is also an intelligent device. Now, what is the function of router? So router function is to route between networks, to communicate between networks, right?
Yeah.
The main duty of router is to communicate between networks, right?
Yeah.
So router is an intelligent device. Router route between networks. Router route
Route
between
between.
networks. Between
It
networks.
has a responsibility to deliver packets from one network to the other network.
Yeah, very correct. Yeah, very right. Okay. And plus one thing, router maintain a routing table, and router take forwarding decision on the basis of a routing table. So routing table is layer 3 table, hence router is layer 3 device.
Yeah.
In interview they are going to ask you router is layer 1, layer 2 or layer 3. So router is a layer 3 device. Why? Because router depends on routing table, right? And routing table is layer 3 table. So router refers routing table to take forwarding decision, and routing table is layer 3 table and router is layer 3 device. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing, no two port of router should be in different network. Every port of router should be in different network. Sorry. Let's say one port of router is in 10 networks, so another should be in different network, because router work is to communicate between networks. So no two port of router should be in same network. Okay. It should
Yeah.
be in a different network. Because if you want to communicate in same network, then use switch. Why you are using router? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And plus I have shown you this, when routing table, when source IP, destination IP are from different network, then destination MAC will be our router MAC address. Okay. And router will only route the packet when it has route to reach the network. If we don't have route to reach the network, it will discard the packet. And router maintains the routing table, which maintains route of directly connected network only. So we have to add a route in routing table. So there are two ways of giving routes in routing table, static and dynamic. In static, we manually configure the router that where to go and what will be the next hop, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in dynamic, we configure a software which is called a protocol, which guides the router that which part is the shortest path for the router.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah,
Plus one more thing,
yeah.
every port of router is in a different broadcast domain. Let's say if
Every
router receive a broadcast on this port, then router will not going to forward the broadcast on another port. So every port of router is a member of different broadcast and different collision domain. Router don't forward the broadcast receive on one port to another port. Similarly, router don't forward the collision receive on one port to another port.
okay.
All right. So from broadcast point of view, router is a multiple broadcast domain device. From collision point of view, router is a multiple collision domain device. Clear?
Yeah.
All right. See, this is the theory. When you watching the recording session, you can read the. Okay.
Okay.